ay, ay. Does anyone know how to use a camera? It says it's a regular camera. Oh, the red light's going.
Sí.
Yeah, we're live! Let me turn this light off. Don't worry, we'll edit it out when we become famous. That might be hot. You might want to turn that one off. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Cut. Action. It's another boring night, man. What are we going to do tonight, man? I'm so tired of this pandemic lockdown shit.
Man, I've been reading the same magazine like for almost a week, man.
Look at this one, man. What's up with that picture, man? You know what? We should do like we did last time. Remember we brought some girls here, we interviewed them, we brought some guys here.
Oh, the podcast, man.
Yeah, the show. We should do that again, huh?
No, we should do that. I have an idea. What if we don't invite, people from the audience come out with us?
Oh yeah, we should invite the audience people come with us, huh? Because I called a bunch of people, they said they were going to come on the show, and they canceled on me, so...
Probably they are from...
We have a bunch of audience, but we don't have any people to interview. Oh, but we got some fan letters. You want to read the fan letters?
Sure, man.
Oh man, I got some fan letters. Here we go. Okay. We got a letter from Jimmy Joe Bob Johnson, man, from Tennessee, man. Let's see what he wrote us, man. He said, I liked your last show. You guys were funny. I like that you brought on a lot of cute girls. I think you should bring a lot more cute girls. He wants cute girls. Don't we all want cute girls? Okay. And he says, I like that you guys took some keef and you smoked some marijuana and you took marijuana brownies, but I think you should try some... What is that?
Mushrooms?
Mushrooms. Have you ever tried mushrooms?
No, but it sounds like a good idea, man. But why not?
He says, I put in the envelope some mushrooms for about 4 or 5 people. Let's see what he's got.
Guys, for
Dude, what's that shit? Magic mushrooms, man. Have you ever done this?
No.
You want to try today, or should we do a different
Sure.
day? Today?
Today, why not? You know, we have like beautiful people from the audience.
You really want to try some of this today?
Sure, why not? Are you afraid?
I don't know how. Like, we have to measure like how much to take based on your body weight and everything. He said it's for like 4 or 5 people. We're like only 2 people.
What about people from the audience?
I don't know if we have people. We have to have to sign a contract. If they fall over and get hurt on the studio, we might,
Maybe we should try.
We'll just save it for let's go on another day.
We save it for
today. We'll just do smoking some marijuana or something. You want to smoke some marijuana?
Yeah, sure.
Some
light stuff.
Yeah, let's just smoke. I made my little apple pipe here, man. It's a little bit hairy, but that's okay. Well, that's a butcher. Okay. But all these audience people, like, how should we choose which to pick? There's so many people in the audience. Hi, guys. What you guys doing? Oh, look at... that girl's cute. That girl's cute. Wow, there's a lot of cute girls out there, actually. Let's see that one over there. What? Hey, miss, you want to come on our show?
I don't know. You guys look like you're...
You want to try some...
just fine.
You want to try some, a little bit of marijuana?
No, I don't really smoke that stuff.
Well, maybe that other girl. Hey. You speak English?
No.
No English. Speak Spanish.
You speak Spanish?
Sí.
Ándale.
Oh,
Yeah, I can translate for her.
She can
¿Puedes venir con nosotros a su show? ¿Sin fumar marihuana?
Sí.
Sí.
Okay, have
She
a
said
seat.
yes.
Let's get these letters out of the way. Okay. It's like some of our heads are cut off, but we got the film up there. Whew. So welcome. Have you heard of our show? You came off the studio audience today. Is this your first time?
My first time.
Wow. Oh, she speaks English.
Yeah, she speaks English. I'm surprised too.
What's your name, ma'am?
Andrea,
come on, have a seat.
Wow, that's a pretty cool name.
Andrea, what do you do for a living? Are you like a dancer? You look like a dancer.
I
stripper,
am.
Yeah, we got a stripper.
Woo!
That's the first time we got a stripper on the
We
show.
haven't had a stripper on the show.
Yeah.
How much do we have to pay for you to do a dance for us on the show?
You don't need I talk anything.
Oh, okay.
You can talk.
Oh,
Just
okay.
us
Okay.
talk.
I can speak.
You know, she's pretty. She's like, I'm pretty. I don't need to talk.
Okay. So, where do you come from?
Guadalajara, Mexico.
What? How do you say Guadalajara? Guadalajara. What's it mean? What's Guadalajara mean?
Tierra, no, agua que corre sobre. Ah, sorry, in English.
No, in Spanish.
Agua que corre sobre piedra.
It means water that runs through stones.
Wow.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
kind of stoned right now. I would like to have some water running through
Really?
me. Would you like to try some of our little apple pipe?
Apple pie?
No.
No?
I don't.
You don't do
know
that stuff. You're a good girl,
no.
okay.
What is
We,
that?
we don't recommend for anyone who never tried it before because you might get a little crazy, you know. But so what brought you to this California?
That's my sad part. You don't want to.
Sad part?
Dile.
We can play the violin.
I'm going to tell him in
Tell him in Spanish and he'll tell me.
Okay. I'll listen. Estoy escuchando.
Me casé y me trajo mi ex marido aquí. Y aquí me trae.
She said she got married
Uh-huh.
and her husband wrote her,
Uh-huh.
and then she got divorced, and then she decided to stay here.
Wow. Where's your husband? Or your ex-husband?
My
Who's
ex
that?
husband.
I'm just kidding.
Around there. I
Around?
don't know.
Is he like in the stars? Is he like floating around? No.
No. In
He's
city.
just in this area in San Diego?
No.
No. Okay.
So he moved out of state.
You moved out of state? Oh, well. You were married too, huh?
I'm still married
You're still married.
because I haven't.
Haven't
filed
filled out
for
the
divorce
paperwork.
yet.
Yeah, I haven't done that either.
Due to the pandemic, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to do all that paperwork shit.
But I don't give a shit. I mean, it's just a paper for me.
So, what's your hobbies, Mrs. What was your name again?
Andrea.
Andrea. What's your hobbies? What do you do for fun?
For have
Besides
fun.
stripping.
Besides strip dancing,
I like you the rollerblade. I don't do
rollerblades. Wow.
too often,
Often, yeah.
Oh, okay.
but I like them. I like to meet people.
Good people.
I like to read. I like to stay alone sometimes.
And what about marijuana?
But what?
What about marijuana? This is the marijuana show.
Yeah.
It's called Live in Bed with Tim Janagas. You don't do that stuff. Maybe another day.
I can, ¿puedo dar mi opinión? I can.
Yes, she said if she can give her opinion. Of course.
Yeah,
This
because.
is official, you know?
But no. But I can give my opinion just because I know. But because and this is normal. I don't do it.
On TV?
Oh, you want to do it on the just
Live.
thousands of people watching and everything?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Imagine.
You might run for Congress or president or something.
Yeah,
They might hold it
someday,
against you.
someday.
Okay, that's
She got
fine.
family down in Mexico.
So
you
don't
know?
tell anyone if she does any marijuana. She didn't do it on this show. I didn't have any part of
You
it.
guys know her family in Guadalajara. You see that,
Yeah,
right?
tell her family it's,
Yeah.
it's all good.
It's all good.
So, what's your dreams for the future?
My dreams for the future. Okay, I want to have a restaurant.
Restaurant.
I want to have my makeup studio.
Okay. Makeup studio. You do makeup?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Will you do my makeup? I'm
Yeah.
gonna perform in a band and we're all gonna put like Kiss makeup on. We're gonna be like Kiss.
Please no.
I want to do it like David Bowie.
David Bowie,
David-
yeah.
Yeah.
The big eye in the
Big eye.
in the middle.
That would be
Will you do
nice.
some crazy shit like that?
Yeah.
No, not like now because I like
You
just
like
for
just do that.
events. You know, like a pretty.
Just a little pretty.
Pretty.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So if I want to dress up like a girl for Halloween, will you do me? Making me a girl?
We can.
I think you
we
will
can
look
try.
pretty as a girl.
Yeah, I think I look pretty as well.
Yeah.
I actually was.
I might hit on you if I'm wrong, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I went to like 5 parties when I was about 25 to 29. I was a girl every Halloween. I don't know why. Because every time I went, I shaved my whole body and everything, and I wear a nice dress. I had guys hitting on me. They thought I was a girl. Really, seriously. Yeah. I
And
was
you like
tripping out. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not homophobic or anything. As long as they don't,
Yeah, I'm not homophobic.
I mean, I guess everyone is to some extent, but I'm not like fearful if the person's just thinking I'm a girl and I'm not a girl. I mean, I kind of look feminine.
You know, like many people when I was younger told that I was gay. Cause you know.
Oh,
Like
you're not gay?
No.
Oh shit! I thought you were gay.
no, I'm not. But it was because I was surrounded by many gay people, you know. You know, lesbians.
Performers.
Well, no, you know, I went to San Diego High School, you know, San Diego High.
Oh, okay.
and probably like 40% of the students that were gay.
Oh, okay.
So you know, you have to be open-minded.
Yeah, of
because
course.
there are people, you know.
I'm a singer-songwriter, so musicians, a lot of gay performers. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And for me, like you know, that's the life.
yeah.
As long as the life doesn't interfere with my life, I don't care. You know?
That's cool. So speaking of Halloween, because we were talking about Halloween, what do you want to be for Halloween?
I don't have plans yet,
No plans for Halloween?
but we can plan a.
No, what do you want? What do you want to be? You want to be a witch?
Ah, a witch?
Witch.
Witch.
Bruja.
I'm a witch.
No?
Maybe.
I'm a witch.
I wanna be.
I'm a witch with the pointed hat on my head, and I jump on my broom and I sweep the sky when the children are fast asleep. That
You
one.
know, never I think in Halloween. I don't celebrate.
You don't like Halloween?
It's like
It's my favorite.
yeah.
What do you want to be for Halloween? She doesn't know Halloween.
I have my.
You're always dressed up like Mr. Banker, so you don't need to. You can just be a
Not
banker.
today, man. Today I'm
You can
dressed
be a
like
banker
normal
for
guy, you know?
Halloween, man.
But you know me. Most of the time I'm like sharp, but not now.
Yeah,
It's too hot, man.
I,
it is hot.
It is hot to be wearing like a suit or like.
I can't believe you never wear shorts to work.
I wore shorts
just
twice.
once I saw him.
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah, you saw me twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I cannot wear pants to work. I would go crazy. And I can't wear closed shoes. I wore a couple times closed shoes, but I went to the delivery and they said you're not supposed to come back here with sandals, and I'm like, I don't own shoes. You can't tell me what to do. I'm a subcontractor.
Yeah.
I have no uniform. I'm my own boss.
You know, that's what I like about being your own boss. Because you know, when I was in hospital, I had to wear a.
Yeah, you wear your white or whatever the color is. It's boring, huh?
It was so boring, man. So lame. But it was good because you know you work helping patients and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But at the same time, like you know, I cannot be in a place for like 12, 14 hours.
The same place.
Same
That drives me
place,
crazy.
doing the same thing over and over. You know, different patients, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing, the same routine.
Yeah.
It was killing me.
I was a banker for 9 years, and my last few years of banking, at my desk, I wrote a novel, which this is the cover of the novel. But I was so bored sitting in the same thing doing that. I just started writing a book. I'm like, I can't do this
You
anymore.
know, I hated to wear scrubs, and also I have to shave. I didn't like it. I have to cut my hair. You know, I used to have like a really long, beautiful curly hair, and I have to cut it because you know, like. But I hate it because I love my curly hair, man.
So we got this cute girl in the middle of us, and we're now talking over her, but we got to ask her some things. So what was your craziest job you ever had, besides the strip dancing?
The street dancing?
That's
I
the
did
craziest
love
job?
it. No.
You like it?
Oh, it was a lot of. You love it because the money, or you love it because the fun? About
Everything.
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 Oh.
So fun.
Yeah.
I love to have all the men over there.
Throwing the
yeah.
dollars?
I love.
Throwing
Yeah,
the
of course.
Wow.
A lot
Nice.
of dollars over there.
Wow.
So
I went to
very,
it-
very good.
I went to a strip club in New Mexico,
Huh?
and you give a 20 at the door, or whatever, and they give you only $2 bills back. They don't have any $1 bills. So everyone will ask for change, all $2. So the tips double all the time. Instead of everyone throwing $1 bills, they're all,
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
they only have $2 bills.
But don't say it out loud because you know people.
Everyone's gonna start doing it.
Yes,
Now. We're gonna have to all. We're gonna have to
you know,
get
I
all.
go a lot to Tijuana, you know.
You
and
don't wanna do that.
Yeah, I don't want them to charge me double for those things, you know. No encourage.
Oh man. So we're thinking of having guests on the show. We invited a bunch of guests. We invited the two people running for Congress. We invited Tito Ortiz, who's coming on. I'm gonna go up to Orange County to see him. Who do you think we should invite on the show? Do you know any famous people from Mexico we can invite come up here to San Diego to be on our show? Or not famous or crazy people? Or
From Mexico
Yeah.
to come here.
yeah, do you think anyone would come on our
Yeah,
show?
I know in my city a lot of crazy people.
Good people like
Good people.
yeah.
Crazy in a good
Thank
way.
you.
You
crazy
know?
in a good way, like me.
Like I don't know what to say in English. Pensante.
You know, like people who likes to
You think?
no,
Of
but
canting?
Oh, intellectuals.
intellectual, yes.
Ah, I got it.
No,
Intellectuals.
intellectuals.
No?
Not intellectual, but you know they like to think into like philosophy stuff. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's intellectual. Or
My
deep.
dad.
Deep.
My dad could
Let's
be
invite your dad
mine.
over.
Yeah, I met
My
his
dad
dad.
is
Her dad, so
so
her
Does
dad
he
was so
speak
cool,
English?
and
a little bit.
A little bit.
But he's so intelligent and
So, remember I told you I have my favorite radio station from Mexico?
really.
I don't know where it is. I can't get a hold of them. Do you know
No?
how I looked on the
No.
internet. I looked all over. No one knows.
Not yet.
So there's a new radio station from Mexico. In case all you guys on the internet don't know, 105.7 FM is the greatest radio station in all of San Diego, but we don't know where. It's somewhere in Mexico. And I've been trying to find out who the DJs are. There's no DJs yet, and I'm trying to be the
it's a
unofficial
Spanish station.
It's a Spanish, yeah, when they do commercials or anything, but it doesn't have commercials yet. It's all popular music from the 80s, 90s, and now, but really good music.
Wow.
Better than all the other stations.
Like
play.
Aha and
Yeah, they'll play all the classic
Wow.
shit, yeah. But they'll play live recordings you never heard of, or they'll play cover songs of famous songs by famous people, but did cover songs.
like from the 80s, like Def Leppard.
All different things, yeah. And they'll play new stuff that you never heard of from people that were like Morrissey. I heard a lot of new Morrissey songs. I didn't know he was still doing songs. He's doing some great songs.
Wow.
So I'm trying to get a hold of the station. I want them to play my music. So if anyone out there knows how to get a hold of them, let me know because that's my next project. So do you think we should bring on one more person? Can we get 4 people up here or what?
Yeah, we have.
We could
scroll
figure
up.
it out. I'd move over a little. Okay. We're gonna have. Can you come on our show?
I don't know. What do you,
Yes,
What
new
kind of crazy
friend.
stuff
Come
you guys
here.
Oh, we won't make you smoke any marijuana because we know you have
we
to
just
drive
gonna
home.
interview. You know, like talking like normal stuff.
Did it?
really?
Okay. There
Yes.
you go.
Okay.
We're kind of nice guys, you know.
You're nice?
A
Are
little-
you sure
yeah.
you're not going to bite?
Well, she
a little
bites.
bit.
She bites a little.
Okay.
I don't bite
Well.
that
She feels
much.
secure with me, not with us. Not with
Not
you.
with you guys,
Not
huh?
with
Okay.
So what's your name, ma'am?
Well, my name is Sienna.
Sienna.
Yes.
Yeah, no, wow.
That's a cool name. What do you do for a living?
Well, I work for the government, and it's top secret. I can't tell anyone.
You have to kill us.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
I like it. Secret agent woman.
No, I don't want to know because I don't want to get cured, man.
Agent woman.
Yeah.
I don't want to end up in a dumpster, you know.
No, me neither.
So don't ask.
Okay. A little hot for that.
That's a little hot for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The hats are
I'm
hot.
dying here, man.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
I know. I'm trying to get some air conditioning for the studio, but we need to get more sponsors. So we do have a commercial coming on, one of our newest sponsors, and I gotta give it to he's the commercial expert. So we have a commercial for Ana Diogo Draper Wine. It's our new sponsor of the show, and he's gonna do the commercial for us. I better get a look. Also,
Oh my god, I can remember the first time I drank wine. But I can tell you one thing for sure. This is the finest wine I've ever had. The taste is so sweet. Sorry.
okay. Does anyone else want some wine?
Not right now.
No, right now. Okay.
Nothing.
You can put it back.
Okay. So that's our new sponsor. We're looking for other sponsors so we can afford air conditioning in the studio so these girls aren't so hot. They're like all like.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so tell us if you guys ran for president this year, what would be your platform? Like, what would be your major thing you want to change if you ran for president? We'll start with this girl, Sienna.
Well, there's so much that I would want to change.
Yeah.
My goodness, where do I even start?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Well, I think that the current president came in and he believed that he was trying to further his own agenda
Yeah.
in a lot of different ways, obviously, in every way.
Yeah.
So, one thing that I'm very passionate about is environmental, just the environment in general.
Yeah.
But environmental policies and the advancement of our objectives towards saving the planet.
Yeah.
And the current president has tried to deregulate government,
Well,
which means that all of the wonderful things that we've done to ensure, we can have a beautiful place to, exist in this world, they were all basically dismantled because of deregulation. And that would be my very first thing to do. And I know that there are so many people that are very passionate about, saving our planet and doing everything we can. There are people that are conservationists. We want to conserve all of our natural resources and all of these the creatures of the world. It's who are we to destroy something that came before us or wants to thrive, but by our actions we were causing a lot of destruction in our world. And for some reason there are people that are profiting off of this destruction, and they want to continue to see this person in office so that they can further their own agendas. And this is just it's very upsetting for people who care and for people who aren't looking to profit off of terrible circumstances and terrible business practices that are very bad for the human race, and all the other creatures of the planet.
so if you guys want to vote for Sienna, she's a write-in candidate. Just write Sienna because she's gonna change the floor.
Write-in, yes.
So do you guys think any of the candidates are gonna help us save the world for the planet, for the environment?
Definitely none of them.
Neither of them, huh?
No, definitely.
So we gotta start a new party or something.
Yes.
I actually wanted to run for Congress. I got the paperwork in late, but I'm trying to get the two Congress people that in this area to come on the show, and they said they're gonna come on. They haven't yet agreed to a time, but
Well, can I just say this?
yeah,
I want to say that there is one obvious choice that would just continue to make things terrible.
that's for sure.
And his
With
last
a
name
T.
starts with T. And what I want to say is that any other candidate,
It's better.
apart from him, is going to be a much better improvement. That's poor grammar, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have such an improvement just by getting that guy out of office. So I think it's really important that everybody go out and vote, and it's our right to get out there and be a part of the decision-making process, and we need to exercise that right so that we can really get behind a candidate and get this president out of office.
Okay. I agree. I just feel really disappointed in the Democratic Party because they've actually supported his agenda more than he supported his agenda in a lot of ways. He asked for a lower military budget than any president in the last 3 terms, and they actually, instead of giving him the budget he asked for, they gave him way more under a Democratic leadership. So it's like we doubled the amount of wars in a Obama's administration than we had in George Bush, and all the wars in George Bush's administration were all illegal, all immoral, all destructive, and then Obama increased it by even more wars. And so I totally agree that Trump is terrible in so many ways. But the one area that I agree that he's done better is he's not perpetuated wars as much as the previous presidents. And one thing that the current guy who's running for president under the Democratic Party, he was known to support every war we've ever had, and he was a warmonger all along, and I don't think he's going to do any better in that area. So I think maybe he cares more about the environment, maybe, I don't know, because I don't know what his
But
opinions are.
he voted for the wars in Afghanistan.
Yeah, he voted for all of them.
For all of them.
Yeah, and he was actually in the Congress, he was pushing them harder than anyone else.
He has been in the Congress for almost 50 years. He
Yeah.
has done pretty much nothing.
No.
That's actually pretty much nothing.
He supported NAFTA, which was terrible. he would have supported TPP, but that's one other thing that I don't like Trump at all. But he at least didn't give us TPP, and if we would have had Clinton, we would now have TPP, which is, do you know, Trans-Pacific?
But you know that's the sad part about our country. You know
Yeah.
that it's not who's better, who's less worse. You know.
Yeah, the less worse, which
The
is
less
terrible.
worse.
We're just
the
going
less,
less
the,
worse.
the,
and
the
less
less of
worse.
the two evils. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the day, they don't care about it.
They're all evil.
They're all evil.
Yeah.
They're all evil, but we should vote. You know, because we have the right to vote.
Yeah, we should vote for
We
sure.
should vote, and we encourage people to vote. Either that's the sad thing. We only have like right or left wing. We should have like another party, you know, another alternative. But we only have two alternatives.
We only have two, yeah.
Yeah, one or two.
What
like,
about in Mexico? Do they have more
they got like
parties?
6. I'm not Mexican. I cannot talk for the Mexicans.
Oh, that's right. She's Mexican.
But I
And
think
where
they
you're
got
from? Where again?
Guatemala.
Guatemala. They have more than two parties.
I don't know, man.
You don't know. You were.
No, but for sure they have like 6, 7.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
On the books we have 6 or 7, but
on the books. On the
yeah, but no one. They're slowly, like the Green Party slowly.
books.
getting
The
better,
Green
but-
Party gets
Little
a more like 2% or 1%.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
That's nothing, and that's the sad part about our voting system, that they only allow us to vote for either right or left.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think some like there's something about the left that I don't like, but something about the left that I like,
Yeah.
and I support. I can say the same thing from the right,
But, yeah.
but I don't consider myself like right winger or left winger,
Yeah.
and I hate that idea. That I'm stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I don't have other choices.
Yeah, it depends on what the party's doing, what they're supporting, and that's what I'm more about policies than I am about what's considered about the right.
You know the reason why Donald Trump won the president like 4 years ago?
He won because Obama was a terrible president.
Yeah, but besides that,
And Bush was terrible.
it was because he promised jobs to America.
He
And you know
promised
that
a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
that's the key.
Yeah.
Because people they don't think about the environment, which is bad, but they don't think about environment. They think about their pockets. They think about
They wanna-
money.
They want to feed their kids. They
Yes.
want to have a place to live. They want to, yeah. And it's bad that we have to have that as a choice
Yes.
and not be able to do both, save the environment and have a job.
And like in President Trump, he knew it, that the key to to gain new voters like jobs, money. It's not like he's gonna give you money, but he promised like there's gonna be more jobs for Americans,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be like just pro-American, like the big companies that are in China or in India, we're gonna bring those companies back to America,
Yeah.
and people like that
Yeah.
because people they don't vote based on their political views or whatever. They vote about the money.
Yeah. If most people that are suffering, yeah.
Yeah, most people are suffering.
Like we have the most money of any country. We have the richest people in the world, but we have the most people that are suffering financially, like living paycheck to paycheck of any major developed country. This pandemic showed that, like, so many people don't have enough food to eat by having one paycheck gone.
And like in people on the congressmen people, they fighting to decide like even if they're gonna help the people or not.
Yeah.
But because they don't care, they live in mansions, they have their own security guards and whatever,
Yeah.
and they like we didn't agree, like how much money we're gonna give to the Americans, or we didn't agree about this and that or whatever because they got money.
Yeah, and they were giving money to the big corporations,
Yes.
both parties.
Yes,
They
like
don't care about
they
who-
give billions of dollars to the corporations
Yeah.
because of the pandemic. But what about like
What about us?
oh,
I mean, at least we're working, but there's so many people I know.
yes.
In this place where I lived, 3 or 4 people moved out because I'm sure they lost their job. They had to move out, and we only have 7 or 8, 9. residents.
There's so much that was handled so poorly during this pandemic,
Yeah.
and I know some people that are unemployed, and since we live in California, the cost of living is very high comparatively with other parts of the country. Yet, for unemployment, people were getting the extra $600 a month or a week, excuse me, and that was happening across the board, no matter what state you live in.
Mhm.
Which seems like such a mismanagement of funds because the cost of living varies so greatly
Oh yeah, some places you
from
need way
one
more
place
money.
to
Yeah,
another,
yeah,
and so because the systems were not in place to really, you know, to take it on a case by case basis. They distributed this money just, you know, kind of in a blanket sort of way,
Yeah.
which really did a disservice for the people who actually cannot afford to live in California, who have, you know, are on furlough with jobs
Yeah.
that they will most likely, hopefully, go back to. But how do they keep afloat when, you know, $600 in, let's say, Kentucky every week is like,
you can survive.
oh
maybe,
my goodness.
compared to here, yeah.
yeah,
doesn't
it's
pay your
it,
gas in this country.
they're living high on the hog, and those people don't even want to go back to work. Or you know, now that has been reduced, or maybe even gone now. Actually, I think it's completely discontinued, and they're talking about a new stimulus. But you know, there were so many months of $600 a week for these people who maybe they weren't even earning $600 a week before the pandemic, and suddenly they are. And they didn't want to go back to work. How do you incentivize people if you're just handing them $600 a week? And in their part of the country, that's like, you know, being able to have a, you know, a champagne and diamond lifestyle.
Well,
Not in California for sure.
Yeah.
Not in California, yeah.
So basically, you're saying that they should distribute the money like
Based on
Based
what
on
the need,
needs.
which
Well, based upon,
states
well,
or-
if you know, the IRS and the, you know, unemployment, you know, unemployment insurance bureau or whatever they're called, all they needed to do was share information, and you know, based upon your income, the last 12 months, and going back even the last 24 months, they would take an average of your income for those months, and then
base
come
it on
up
that, yeah.
with a percentage that would be fair to people. To, let's say, you know, okay, you're unemployed, we're going to give you 50% of your income. Then, you know, instead of giving somebody in Kentucky $600 a week, they're going to give that person in Kentucky $200 a week. Versus, you know, somebody in California who 50% of their income is more like, you know, $1,000. So in fact, they're making way less than 50% of their income.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's just they're so, it was just handled so poorly, and there's such a lack of oversight and real meaningful coordination
Yeah.
with what really needed to happen.
So do you blame any particular? Because it seems like both parties had blown it. Those were written by Congress and those were passed by.
Well, no. The thing is I don't think this is uncharted territory.
Yeah.
None of it was written. There wasn't a manual for this.
No. Yeah.
So
they tried to do what they
they
seemed to try to do what they want.
They did what
Or
they
the
could
hell.
on the fly, and that's how government works. Like
Yeah.
they were being reactive rather than having a plan in place, and nobody had a manual on the pandemic, you know. So
Yeah.
in terms of like bipartisanship and how that maybe you know like deterred us from really being effective with what we should have been doing. I think that bipartisanship is even more of a big problem than it's ever been. I think every American can agree to that. And the reason for that is because of the current president, because he has brought bipartisanship to the forefront of nearly every
Everything,
conversation.
Like,
he
oh,
ever
that's
has.
a blue state. We don't want to help them because they're a blue
Exactly.
state.
We've
Which
never
like
seen...
it's you're the president of the United States, which means all of the states, not just the red states.
Exactly.
Like,
We've never
what-
seen a president.
Yeah, he's batshit crazy, obviously. He's
Exactly.
batshit fucking crazy.
And it's done a terrible thing to, you know, our entire, you know, country, and we've seen it in the deterioration of our society.
Yeah.
With, you know, the stuff that's happening with riots, and that continue to happen because there's it's so divisive, and people, he really perpetuates that, and he actually you know, seems to enjoy it. He really enjoys stirring the pot. He really enjoys.
Because he knows he got elected based on stirring the pot.
That's true.
Like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna drain the swamp." Instead of draining the swamp, he hired all the swamp people
but you know,
and
honestly,
then fired them all. That's the only way he drained the swamp.
honestly,
Like, hired
I
him and
don't.
fired
I
him.
don't think that he even has. I don't think he even has a necessarily a motivation in his. I don't think there's decision making that's happening. I
No,
think that he's crazy,
Yeah.
and he just bases whatever. Actually, he just says whatever's coming out of his mouth based upon his emotion and
Uh-huh.
whatever is self-serving for him.
Yeah. And what he thinks is going to elicit a reaction from people that are really pissed off and reactionary.
Right.
Make them more
But
reactionary.
the real question is who's behind him, because he's just one guy. I don't think just one guy can do anything.
No.
He's,
He obviously. Woo! Merry Christmas!
yeah.
That was our neighbors having a wild party. If you want to come down to
It's
Normal
not
Heights
riots, guys.
and be normals, we got fireworks going off and everything.
Well, there are people that enjoy chaos.
Yeah.
They enjoy that stuff, and they wanna. There are people that want to see everything go to hell
Yeah.
because they don't have anything going on in their life, and
And they profit off that, actually, because they profit off. I mean, look at his reality show was about firing people and yelling at people, and
But
I never watched it, but I just saw
they're
parts.
saying also saying that divide the people and you will win. You know, that's what they're doing. They're dividing us.
Dividing, yeah.
Yeah.
dividing and conquering.
Divide
Exactly.
and conquer, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
they doing that with us. They're like, oh, you're white, and she's Mexican, and
Yeah.
whatever I am, Turkish, Jewish, or whatever
Yeah,
I can tell,
Yeah.
and she or whatever, like we cannot get along together.
Yeah. They did that in the former Yugoslavia. They destroyed
Yes.
it by. My grandparents came from Yugoslavia, so I know Yugoslavia well, and I did a senior thesis on Yugoslavia, or a report. But Yugoslavia was one country, and it had Serbian people, it had Croatian people, it had all these different people. But it was actually NATO that came in and started funding like the crazy people that were like Trump in each of the different nationalities to make them fight.
Even that it was the same country.
No, they started fighting because they would fund the people that were like Trump in those.
No, what I mean,
It was all the same people.
It
They're all
was
the same people.
from the
It's
same
like
country.
yeah, and they were trying to say, oh, you're Croatian, you're Serbian, you're this, and they NATO, which is part of Europe, funded to destroy that country because it was the only country in Europe that was socialist, and it was actually a really good socialist country under Tito. It had medical care for everyone. It had college for everyone. It had their only automobile of any socialist country. They had the Yugo. It wasn't great, but
That was
it
after
awesome.
the Ottoman, because my family is Turkish, and
Yeah.
the Ottoman way, not way, because but
Yeah.
all the Ottomans they controlled that area, Yugoslavia, Greece,
Yugoslavia, yeah.
and all the Balkan area.
Yeah, but Tito was the ruler of the whole country. He was a socialist, but he helped. He didn't connect with either side, but he cared about having like the factories run by individual people that work there. So he started collectives, like all the different. If you were working in steel mills, whoever's working there would vote on who's the president of the steel mill, because they're all the workers can decide who's their.
So he had like Karl Marx ideas, so like
Yeah.
people running the companies, not
companies,
yeah,
not overhead
not
boss
the
lords, yeah.
big bosses
Yeah.
running the companies or whatever. Like, if you are a worker, and you like manage the products or everything.
Yeah.
You deserve to get better.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
better pay.
You want, because you run the company,
You run the company.
and you care about the company making profit because you're getting a percentage. Of
Yes.
it. That's what his idea of socialism was. They had a lot of
But
things like that.
But in real life, it doesn't work like that. In real life, like
It worked for
like,
40-something years.
Yeah, but not in America. Not like like
It could.
it could, but it won't.
Because you think everyone's overly selfish, or you think everyone cares?
Because everybody's selfish.
Really? I don't feel I'm selfish.
I'm not talking you and her, but like.
There's a lot of
There's a lot
unselfish
of-
people though,
yeah.
like who like
not-
me
we're not
care
selfish,
about
but-
people.
But most of the people who are selfish.
Really, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think because this economic system has made people lose their ability to earn a living that's decent, they become competitive because they think they're going to lose their job, and then they become what seems to be selfish, but they're not. They're just reactionary based on the fear of losing what they got because they got so
That's
little.
exactly my point.
They got so little.
That's exactly my point. That they want to divide us. They want to think
they
that
divide us. Yeah.
that
If you don't
You
get
don't-
good money, then
yeah.
someone's gonna steal it. That guy's
Yes.
gonna take it from you. It doesn't matter what his nationality is.
yes, and for me
And
like
they did that to us. They flooded with all brand new people. We're all like, what
Yeah.
the fuck's our money now?
yeah, but it's like for me like no, new people coming to the company. That's good for them.
Yeah, yeah.
They have families too.
Yeah,
They got
yeah,
kids to feed too.
yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah, we have to have new people.
Yeah.
I mean, we got selfish when we can just only take $54. We did it,
Yeah,
and that's what caused them to like we're gonna send.
Yeah, because we were making
We're
like
gonna. We were making too much money.
$400 a day.
We were making way too much money because we were like
One
only
time I
taking the
would
best
make,
offers.
$500 a day.
So then soon they just flooded us with all these new employees and we're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, we got to go back to work now.
But at the same time, it's not bad. Making like $300 a day, not bad.
It's
It's still not bad.
and it's enjoyable. Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah. So, okay, this is another thing I think we should talk about. The pandemic. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a...
The pandemic was, to my knowledge, it was made in the labs in China.
That's what I believe. I believe too.
I
I believe
believe
it was made in the labs in the U.S. and brought to China. It was actually a Harvard professor brought a bunch of Chinese students from other universities to bring vials of stuff, and they caught them in the airport. And they actually had it on the State Department website for a while.
But what was the main reason to do it? To slow down the economy? To grow the
No,
economy?
well, because the U.S. is afraid that China was going to take over the world, just like they were afraid of Japan back in the 90s. They were
So that's
so
why they're
much-
trying to slow the Chinese.
slow the China, and they thought, and they designed it to spread among Chinese men, which are the main working people, and it didn't work out the way they wanted to, and it spread too fast to other countries, and they fucked up. But yeah, I think it was planned.
Because I was watching the news with not news, but Tucker.
Tucker Carlson. Yeah.
Tucker, yeah. He was interviewing a Chinese scientific, and she was saying that based on her knowledge and based on all her information that she has, is that was made in China, in the labs of China.
It might be, yeah. I had some.
And she's Chinese.
Yeah, I believe it was set out in Wuhan, China, but it was brought from many places.
Yes, I'm not saying that the Chinese did it.
No, it could be American companies, it could be CIA,
American,
it could be anyone.
NATO, like
Yeah. It
the
could be
big
anyone.
companies behind it. We don't know, but it was a man. It was created by man.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I believe that it was manufactured.
Yeah.
It was manufactured.
Yeah, I think that somebody created that and it got out of control. And I don't know if they intended for it to go as far as the large scale that it's on.
Yeah.
But
They thought maybe they can just keep it contained to a certain area. Lock that area down, it's not going to go anywhere. That's stupid.
That's stupid.
I don't know,
That's political,
Yeah.
there's part of me that believes that perhaps it was really created by somebody in a lab. But there's another part of me that also believes in the possibility that we are just, again, I come from the mindset of somebody who's really
Care about the
passionate about the environment. We're destroying this environment every day.
And Mother Nature needs to slow us down because
Yeah.
we're the plague on the planet.
Exactly.
Humans.
So you know what?
So if Mother
Give us
Nature
a big
created
dose
something
of
to
something
just slow us down,
awful
just slow us down,
to
slow us down.
to to have population
it's
control.
funny.
So you're
It's
saying
funny.
that it means that Mother Nature is God,
No, Mother Nature is conscious.
but conscience cannot create anything.
Consciousness is the creator of life. That's what I believe. I don't believe in God, but you believe in God.
I'm not saying you believe in God. Not God has nothing to do with it, but I mean, like, conscience doesn't create anything. It's just conscience
I believe consciousness creates everything.
by himself.
The collective consciousness.
No,
or...
just consciousness in general is the ability to produce reality. That's a long conversation, but
Yeah, long conversation.
yeah. But there's only 3 factors in life. There's appearance, nature, and entity. In Buddhism, in Access Consciousness, it's called energy, space, and consciousness. But consciousness, and it's in the Trinity, it's Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost is actually consciousness. The Father is material, the Father is space, and energy is the Son because it's the created one. I'm a little stoned and drunk right now, so I can't go off on it.
Song, you know?
But it's actually that's a metaphor for consciousness in everything. Consciousness creates reality.
That's
This
your
actual
reality.
this actually is a swirling pattern of conscious energy. It seems to be like stuck together because we can't pull it apart, but it's just a bunch of swirling energy.
Okay. Can I?
We got
can I?
lost. Yeah.
We're getting
We
deep
lost
right
track. This was supposed to be a comedy show.
It was a comedy show. We're going off into
Okay,
theoretical.
Okay,
physics.
this is pretty funny. Let me just bring up the fact that maybe some of you have heard
Uh-huh.
that Elon Musk
Yeah.
believes that the likelihood that we are not a simulation, we are not
Yeah,
living in a
I've heard that. I heard
simulation,
on Joe
is
Rogan.
like one in
One
a
in-
billion or something like that.
So a simulation means that this is being created. This whole reality we call reality that seems like we all decided to come here this time, which just happened. I invited you, I invited them. We all showed up. We all decided to talk about a certain thing. Maybe this was pre-scripted that we were going to talk about these things because we're all conscious. So he believes in a simulation, which means that there's some outside thing that's more of a reality than what we're seeing right now that's created. And I believe that's consciousness.
Well, what I understand his statement
Of the
as
simulation.
being is that we are so advanced in, you know, in technology and in science and in so many ways that it's, in his mind, it's impossible that our generations ahead from now didn't think of, hey, let's create this experiment where we can see our ancestors in the stimulation and let's see what they
See what
were
they'll
doing.
do. Okay.
So that's what
Okay.
that was all about. His theory is that
And I agree.
there are many generations ahead from now
Yeah.
that
That are
have
watching us.
put us in this simulation.
Yeah. I agree on that. So,
Because the technology is so advanced and the science is so advanced.
So we're in a
that
guinea pig world right now. We're actually.
we're in a non-existent world.
You think
Where
I
are
just
we?
met you on the corner? I liked your little, and I just met her up there, and I liked her, and then we actually consciously all decided this in a future generation to come back and make this happen.
But that is so creepy.
I agree.
Can you?
I
I mean,
agree.
can you imagine how, if that's true, how creepy that is? Like
It's
this
not
is
creepy.
this is not real. Then that's what it
That's
means.
why when I touched you and did certain things, you felt the shift in the energy because I actually know consciousness. So
we energy.
consciousness, yeah, we're energy, and we're space, and we're consciousness. Those are the three factors. That's the trinity of life. In Buddhism we call it the three factors of life.
So
that's
in
a
your
religion
mind,
too.
so
Huh?
That's a religion too.
I know every religion's based on the
Based on
wisdom,
something. You have to believe in
wisdom
something.
of what
Even
is reality.
you believe in God, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
you have to believe in something.
Yeah.
And every human being believes in something.
Believe something. Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
but okay, so in your mind, if we're actually living in a
Simulation.
simulation,
We are living in a simulation.
your thought is that it doesn't change anything about our existence right now.
No, because we are all conscious, so we are actually every conscious energy. We are changing the simulation.
Okay.
We
Even
have a prescript of what it can be possible, and we have free will. I believe that's the only thing in the Bible that is absolutely true. We have free will to recreate a reality that works better for us or that works against us based on our choice. If we become more fully conscious, we will realize that we're choosing the wrong things that are making us unhappy, making us miserable, making us poor. But if we start becoming more conscious, we can see the future based on actions. Like, what if I do this right now? What's my life going to look like 10 years from now? If I do this, what's my life going to look like 10? Oh, this is going to make my life look way better. I'm going to choose this because we're conscious. But if we choose this, our life's going to be pretty fucked up. I mean, we can see that.
But at the same
By
time,
that
life
choice.
is not predictable. Because, like, you can do all the right things, but you can die tomorrow.
Oh,
and
I
you
know.
can do all the wrong things and live for, 90 years.
Yeah.
Life is unpredictable.
Yeah. But it is conscious. Even though it seems like there's not some underlying force or underlying, you call it God, I call it consciousness. That's what I call it. Your idea of God is consciousness.
I haven't said my idea of that.
Oh, I know, but
Pandemia
what
what?
most people think of God is like something that makes reality exist and come into being and can.
You know what
Can
I think,
end it if
you
they
know what
wanna
I think
end it?
about people that believes in God? I think they believe in God because they don't want to take responsibility for their own
A
actions.
lot of people, or they're afraid they can't take responsibility
Yes,
for their
they're afraid.
actions. So
They're
they
like,
want to.
oh,
They put the responsibility on someone else, and if I just pray to them, they're going to help me, and I don't have to worry about anything.
That's absolutely true.
Some people.
I mean, that's what I shouldn't say that's true. It's what I have felt and believed all along because I'm agnostic and I've always there was a time when I thought, geez, religion is just for people who are weak. You know, they
Yeah.
need a crutch, they need something to believe in, and that is the perfect, you know, mechanism for them to do that. And also it creates a common like a way to control, right? It controls society, but anyway, on a basic level, it feels like it's a crutch for people. But as I have grown older and more mature and had some life experience, I actually envy people who
Are really
have
strong.
been able to just faithfully believe in this
They're what they
God
believe in. Yeah.
that they can just surrender everything to and trust that their life is going to go the way that it's predestined to go.
Mhm.
I mean, imagine the luxury of believing in something so strongly that you don't have to take control of your life. God, take the wheel. He's going to do it all for you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, how amazing would that be to not have to worry about
Yeah.
freedom of choice or, you know, action?
But what about when you do that and then it doesn't turn out the way you hoped it would be, and God didn't
But that's
save you?
but then there's always that backup of God. This is what God's will
you know
is.
that's exactly what the politicals they take advantage of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
or need or seeking something, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
or need of like giving all we have to somebody else, you know,
Yeah.
take care of us, and that's what the government is for. You know, they go like, oh, don't worry, you don't have to think, you don't have to choose whatever. We do it for you. We're here for you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, why are they doing that? Because they're nice? No.
No, they're
Because
taking
yeah,
everyone's
they're
freaking
because
money.
they have an agenda behind it.
We're gonna raise our salary next year. We're gonna raise it again. We're gonna raise it, but your salary keeps going down.
But like she's saying, like, I believe in God.
Okay.
I believe that there's a God above us.
Okay.
You know, you can call it whatever you wanna call it. It's okay. But like every great civilization based their civilization on any God. You know, like the Egyptians, the Babylonians,
Yeah.
our civilization, Western civilization is based on what? Christianity.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Even if God exists or doesn't exist, that doesn't matter. But
Because
we have
they
to
had
have the
some
base,
underlying structure.
structure,
Yeah.
you know?
Because they were immature and they had to mature. They had to have some commandments. They had to have rules. They had something to follow. They can.
Let's say like you believe in conscience, right?
Yeah.
What if I take that away from you?
You
I-
can't.
no,
you
but
can't.
what-
You can take my body away from me and kill me, but I actually go on to choose another.
But what if I like I want to put laws that go against whatever you believe, you know? And for me that's bad, you know, because
Yeah.
every person should have their own faith in something,
Yeah.
because that's the so many lives depends on that.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna die tomorrow if I stop believing in God. But like for me to believe in God means like, oh, I'm not gonna do something bad to him because I believe in God.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's gonna.
I'm not gonna rape this little girl because I believe in God.
Yeah.
But if they take that away from me, it will be like, fuck it. There's no God. There's nothing. Nothing can
There
stop
are
me from
no
doing that.
consequences.
There's no consequences.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
And
a way to control.
It's a way of control. And
Yeah.
and that's what the government is doing now, taking God away from people. And I'm not saying that my God is the real God or your God is the real God or whatever. It doesn't matter. Because when I hear people say like, I don't believe in God, that's cool. But you don't believe in God, so you believe in like the universe or the universe, whatever. That's faith. You have to have faith to believe in that.
That's faith. Everyone
faith.
has faith.
Everyone, even if you
Even
say
a scientist, they have faith.
They have faith.
They believe in physical reality is physical reality, and it's.
They believe in space, time, and
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it in English, but in Spanish they call masa.
Mass, energy,
yeah.
and space.
Yeah, that's the
E equals
trinity.
MC squared.
That's the trinity of the
Yeah.
of the science world, you know.
Yeah.
But if you take that away from that, you let them empty.
Yeah.
But that's what the government is doing now. You know, try to keep us empty. So if we're empty, they say like, oh, we're gonna free you, you know,
Yeah.
with their agendas, you know. But they don't care about it. You know, when people say like, oh, I'm left or right winger, and you know, they fight each other, they kill each other, like for what? To keep these people in power? You know, I don't think, you know, like you say like you like this guy like Bernie Sanders, right?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders. Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like his politics, but I'm not gonna kill you for that.
No, I know.
You
But
believe that
what do you not like about Bernie Sanders?
he was promising a lot of things that are impossible. He was promising. You know,
Why would they be? Everything he promised was actually what Belgium has. What
no, not true.
I mean,
But you know,
Denmark
but
has.
that's different.
Japan has it. Universal healthcare. Japan has great universal.
Yeah,
healthcare.
but you know
It's not
that's the thing.
impossible.
Denmark has like 8 million people. We have like over like 320 million people.
I know.
That's a lot of people.
Japan has 25 million people.
I think the bottom line is that Bernie
It's a swap.
Sanders, people were so afraid of, the United States becoming a socialist country.
No,
And-
actually, you look at the polls. He was actually the highest in the polls of any person.
I know, but the people that were against him.
Oh, the people that
That's
rule the country.
was-
The people that rule the country didn't want to lose the profits of the corporations.
Right.
I don't
And
think he
it's
was-
a capitalist country, so of course they don't want
For them,
to
it's a
be
capital, yeah.
governed by a nation
That cares about the people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the God thing, sometimes I feel bad that I'm scientific minded and I when I have conversations with people about does God exist, is it real? I mean, whatever. I am compelled when I hear people say, how can God not exist? Do you look around you and see the beauty in the world?
Yeah.
I mean, how can you look
But why
at
would-
these
yeah.
mountains and believe and not believe some higher power put that there and created this entire planet and the people and the creatures?
You know, like
So-
Albert Einstein said one, like the universe could be chaotic, but it's not chaotic. It's like we're made.
There are all kinds. Everything is based upon an ecosystem, whether it's in a natural environment or in a civilized society. There's a certain pecking order. There's an ecosystem. There's there's an algorithm to everything.
But you
So-
know, my point of view. At the end of the day, we only have each other as humankind. You know,
Yeah.
and we need to love each other. We
Totally.
need to respect each other.
Totally.
I
That-
think we need to spread that to the
spread that love,
masses,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
because I
Well,
think
it
we
doesn't
should
matter
just
what
I
you
like-
think
believe.
people are suffering so much because of like competition and that's why they're so angry and so mean.
You know,
Because everyone's afraid they're gonna lose.
You know,
their-
everybody
what they
has,
got.
like,
they're all losing.
everybody
everything.
asked me. I remember one time one girl said like to me like, "Man, everybody loves you. Like you're so popular." I said like, "I'm not popular. I'm just nice to everyone. I don't think I'm popular. I don't think not even a
Well,
little
you,
bit.
you have
I
a
just
very
thought-
charismatic
yes,
personality that people
yeah,
enjoy
yes,
because
'cause
you're
I like to
open
talk
and
to
you're
him because
fun.
you know
Yeah,
if
you're fun.
let's say like I don't see people as black, white,
No, yeah.
left, right winger or whatever. I just see people.
Yeah.
I like to talk with people. It doesn't matter their gender, it doesn't matter their religion or color or social status or whatever. I don't care about that. I just see people as people.
I think that's common for all of us.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
believe
yeah.
that's how we all.
I think that's how we resonate towards being in the same room at the same time.
Yes.
I agree with
Because
that.
I would feel the energy of someone who is a bastard, punk ass. I would never invite him to my
Yes.
But there are just not enough people out there that have that share that belief. That everyone is equal and we should all just be kind. To one
Yes.
another.
That's the key. Be kind to each
Regardless.
other, regardless
Yeah.
of what they believe. It's like, if you believe doesn't affect my life, I don't care what you believe. I don't care if you like dogs or you don't like dogs. As long as
you
you're
can
happy.
live. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
As long as you don't force your standard of
living
limitations on my limitations.
Yes.
Whether I choose that or not. Yeah.
Yes, because like let's say like I have a big house and people say like, oh you should adopt a dog. I was like, why?
I don't like dogs.
I don't like dogs. And it's like why you don't like dogs? I go like, I don't have to like them, but at the same time, I don't have to hate them. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
they just exist. I just let them exist.
yeah.
When they ask me like, oh, you like black women? I go like, why you mean I like black women, Asian women, or white women? Like,
It's women or women.
woman is woman. Like I don't
It
have to
doesn't matter
like
what
them,
color
and I don't
they
have
are,
to hate them. I just have to let them exist.
Yeah, yeah.
I think at the core of, you know, like acceptance of people is several things, but one of them is judgment, right? Like I
Yeah.
think that if we could all be less judgmental, it would really help us in our perspective and acceptance of others. What, you know, if they look different from us, and if they have a different lifestyle, or if, you know, their circumstances are different from us. I encounter. I mean, I live in California. We live in California.
A lot of
There,
judgmental
there,
people.
there are people that just thrive on, you know, being super judgmental. There are television shows that, you know,
They have a standard,
perpetuated this.
how you have to look, how you have to act, how you have to dress or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's say like that doesn't fit.
Which
my
is
person,
which
you know,
is
my person.
why I do all this weird shit. It's just because I like to. Whatever your standard of how people should be, I like to just go against it. It's enjoyable to me, just because I can.
You know,
Just
one
to show
time I
my
was dating
good.
one girl and she's like, oh, you know, like I like you, but I don't like your mustache. Can you shave it? I go like, no. Why?
Wow.
Go like, why? That I like it. You know, if I don't like it, I shave it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like I remember when I used to have my long curly hair. It was like, oh man, you have beautiful hair. And then I couldn't. It's like, why you do that? Because I wanted to do it. It was so fun.
Yes,
Like-
I can
like,
imagine.
You know, it's
Oh,
my
that-
life. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I can do whatever as long as I don't affect anybody.
Well, okay.
Somebody else, you know.
What about with women though? Because I enjoy long-haired women,
Mhm.
and like if you're with a woman and you beautiful long hair, then all of a sudden one day she comes home and she has like short hair, and you're like, man, why did you do that? You look so beautiful with long hair.
Maybe I can say that, but at the end of the day, you know.
I mean, I'm still gonna love her with
Yes,
short
yeah, but
hair,
at
but
the
I'm
end of the
like,
day-
I'm gonna be praying like, come on, someday I'll do anything for you. I'll wash the dishes every day. I'll make you food. Would you blow your hair back out?
But you know,
I love long hair.
the way I see it, the way it works for me is different. Because you know, I don't attach for people based on
Oh, what
their
their physical-
hair or based on something. Because
Really?
if let's say like, I like her and she's my partner,
Yeah, yeah,
and I like her because her beautiful eyes.
yeah, yeah.
But if I only like her because of the beautiful eyes, I'm gonna miss some other things about her.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm missing some other good things about her.
Yeah.
Because I'm just focusing about her beautiful eyes.
yeah.
Like for me, like if I'm gonna love her, I'm gonna love the corporate, everything about her.
There's, and you know what? I actually like when people have what some people would consider a flaw. Because if a person's like I'm so fucking perfect, I fucking look so great, everything's perfect, my teeth are straight, I'm like, I'm not at all attracted. They look like some mannequin or some freaking automaton or something.
You know when I was younger, like when I invite like friends over or whatever, they always look at me and say like, "Hey, Mike, like your sister is white, your brother is white, like why you brown?" they didn't ask that, in a bad way, but I go like, "Cause I'm mixed."
What
but-
the fuck happened to
yeah,
you?
but-
Did you come out the butt?
Yeah,
or what?
but
What
you
the
know,
heck?
and I hated it because they like, "Can you just see me as a person?"
Yeah, just
Like
the
you know, like
color.
if my mom is mixed and my dad is mixed, like whatever, like Jewish, Turkish, like Germans, natives or whatever, I don't give a shit,
Huh.
Can you just see me as a person? Because it doesn't affect me because I
Yeah.
never. But it was like, not weird but annoying when people
Annoying,
ask you
yeah.
like about your skin color. I go like, so
Well-
does it matter my skin color to you?
I had the opposite. I lived in all Mexican neighborhoods growing up. I was the only white kid. And then my mom stupidly changed our name because she was hiding from my dad. She changed it to white. So on our mailbox, it says each person's name. Ours said white. And we got the Gonzalez, Rodriguez, Lopez, white. And I'm like, Mom, what's this white? She's like, that's our new last name. I'm like, Mom, what do you think? We're fucking the only white kids in the neighborhood, so you fucking put white on the fucking... Like, what the... She was thinking, like, Smith or Jones is just, like, a common name, so... But I went to school, and they said Timmy White, and I'm like, who the fuck's Timmy White? And they're like, are you here? Timmy White. And I'm like, what's this white shit? She didn't even tell me. She just changed her name, because she was hiding from my dad.
that happened to me, but in the Spanish class.
Oh, really?
Yes, because they said like Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah, but
That's what I thought your name was, Miguel.
yeah, but but on my birth certificate is Michael,
Michael.
and that's a Hebrew name. My dad is Jewish, and he gave me that name, which means in Hebrew Malak Michael.
Uh-huh.
I was like, so this teacher was like Miguel.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was somebody else. Not, and I wasn't trying to be mean. And then she was like, Miguel. And then she was like, Miguel Wagner. I was like, are you talking to me? I'm Michael.
Michael.
And she's like, no, but you're in the Spanish class. Your name is Miguel. I was like,
Oh yeah, because they're giving you a Spanish name.
yeah.
In Spanish class, they would call me Timoteo.
Yeah, but I didn't know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, Michael in Spanish is Miguel. I was like, I didn't know,
You didn't know, yeah. Well, in English schools in Japan, the kids are named like Ao, which is blue, or Kyoko, which is I can't remember all the different meanings, but or like Kenji or something. But when they go to English class, they all give him Bill, Sue.
Romanized.
Yeah,
name.
they give him a common
Yeah.
English name, so
English
that
names.
you have to have an English name. You're in English class, just kind of make them feel like they're Western.
You know,
Yeah,
that
it's kinda fun.
happened
It's
to me
kinda
a lot.
fun.
Like, when they ask me, like, hey, Michael, but isn't that an American name?
Mm-hmm.
They were like, what do you mean?
Like George
American
Michael
name?
or
Because, like, for me, like, when I think about American names, I think about Native American names.
yeah, okay.
Because, like, your name is, let's say, like, Juan, which is a common name in Mexico or
Uh-huh.
Latin America. And it's like, oh, that's an American name or Mexican name. Like, no, that's an European name. Because Juan is from Spain.
Yeah, you want
It's a European name. What are you talking about? Like, either you're John, John. Juan, Miguel, Michael, whatever.
Yeah.
Those are like
Jose.
Jose. Those
Oh,
are
you're
European names.
Yeah.
Even the Michael is a hero name, but it was adopted by the Germans.
Yeah, yeah.
As
It's
Mikhail.
it's in the Bible.
It's in the
Mike.
Bible, yeah. But like, and that's funny because we don't have any of us. We don't have an American. We all have like a Western names.
Yeah, we have all from the Western.
One from the West, yeah, from Europe.
Civilization
Yeah,
from Europe,
Western
yeah.
civilization.
Yeah.
Unless you like from India or whatever.
Unless you have hippie parents and they call
Yeah.
you Sky or something,
Sky.
they call you Snow Dawn or
But they-
something.
River.
River.
Lake. Yeah. But can I,
Moonbeam Zappa. Sorry.
I was just thinking we should go back to what you were talking about, like in terms of people trying to define who you are.
Yeah.
Like, why are you brown and your siblings are white? You know.
Well,
You know by that,
they were
my-
being
my-
mean. They were
my mom-
confused. They were
my mom was-
confused.
Yeah, no, they were
They were young.
confused.
They're confused.
No, they were confused because I didn't live with my mom. I
Okay.
didn't grow up with her.
Uh-huh.
I only grew up with my dad and,
And
my
he
dad's
was
family.
white.
And most, like 90% of them, they're whites.
Yeah.
But my dad always say like handsome whites, because they're like the real whites. The Caucasian whites from Turkey, and the Caucasian Mongols and whatever. And it's like they're all the whites. They're ugly whites. Like, I don't want to say the country name, but
Yeah, yeah,
they say
yeah.
like they're ugly whites.
Yeah.
They look ugly, but us we look handsome whites.
That's white.
More like Mediterranean whites or whatever. But I grew up with them,
Yeah.
and that's why people got confused. They go like, I'm confused because you look like your dad, but your dad is white,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
Well, they didn't see your mom. They were
No.
they were miss. Two
Yes.
cultures got together.
and that's funny because my brother, he's white, but he looked like my mom. And my mom is like my skin color.
Yeah.
Well, she was because she's dead already. But that was funny that I look like my dad, but I don't have the same.
I'm
skin
sure
color, so.
Sierra had the same issues because
Sienna.
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 That was Sierra.
No, so but my whole point in revisiting that is, I think that a lot of people do this, like they want to define and put you in a box, right? Whether it's heterosexual, homosexual, whatever, whether it's white, black, Asian,
Yeah.
it's just, throughout every day you come into contact with people, and I think people in just their program to look at people as fitting into certain
Yeah.
boxes, right? And I find myself doing that, and I catch myself, and I'm like, why does it matter if that person is gay or if that
Yeah.
person is not? But I'm wondering why we do that, and whether we can actually just see people for what they are. What's it gonna take to just see a person for what they are, and not have to have the details on, oh, well, what's your background? Like, why? Where do you come from? So.
That's basically there's two questions I don't ask. Like, where are you from? And
Because people are so sensitive about it.
not only because they're sensitive, it's because like for me, I see you as people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're not
But
different
you want
than
to
me.
know. You want to know culture. Like I went to Japan for 13 years, so I see an Asian person. I'm wondering, did they speak maybe they speak a little Japanese, but I
But
don't.
that's different, you know.
I don't want to say, oh, you speak Japanese, because they might say, no, I'm Korean, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, you know.
But that's a different topic.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying is like when you start like meeting new people, talking to new people, I'm like, hey man, where are you from? Because I don't care. Because I see him as people, you know. And I don't care. You know, like it is the same. You asking like, hey, you like girls or you like guys? Like I don't care. You know.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I like girls. Why? I don't know. I feel more attracted to girls.
Yeah.
But what if I feel attracted to guys? That would be it would be wrong for you because I feel attracted to guys. Like no, you know. First, I think you have to identify who you are. And like me, I know who I am. I know what I like, and I know what I'm attracted to. You know. So I don't have to fit any agenda of nobody. Either they like me or they don't like me or they make fun of my ass. I don't care, you know. Because that I won't change anything for me, you know. Because that's what makes Michael Michael.
Yeah.
And you know, I at the same time, I don't want to be like you because you know, you're a different person.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm better.
No,
or
it's just totally
you're
different.
totally different. You know, imagine a world that everybody will look like me and everybody will talk like me.
Boring.
It would be
as
boring,
freaking hell.
man.
If everyone dressed like me, I was like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm fucking taking
Yeah.
off this here. I'm taking off this stupid shirt, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm not
like-
gonna forget.
I think it does come from like our societal norms and where people fit in.
Yeah.
You know, like I think we are trying to look for a common denominator.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how do I? At least for me,
Interact.
this is how I understand it. It's like, how does this person? How can I relate to this person? Like, on what level? And how do I understand them better? What culture are they from? The more information that I gather allows me to be more in tune with what, maybe their beliefs are or their, customs are or whatever it is. So I want to believe that it's just a respectful thing that I'm trying to understand that person. So I want to know, like, okay, what's your like you were kind of touching on, like, oh, where are you from? You know, that
Yeah,
kind of
because
thing.
I might know about that culture, and I can feel like there's some common thing
Right.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there
But
is
a lot of people
some.
get really like, oh shit, don't ask me that.
Yeah, I think there is some other spin-off on that people are really like, especially for the LGBTQ community, like they're always feeling the brunt of people misunderstanding them, and I can't speak for anyone who's LGBTQ because I'm not, but I feel like they want to be who they are and not be judged or not be asked. Like they just want to be. They just want to be. You know, it's like I don't know. But I think it's weird that we constantly need the information and we're constantly asking questions or having this subconscious dialogue that we're like, what? Why does that person look different? Or where did they come from? And
You know, I remember when I went to store like for over like a year, long time ago.
To Europe?
No, a church.
Oh, church. Okay, you went to church.
Like over like 10 years ago, and there was one guy from Puerto Rico, and I think he was gay, but he was hiding himself in the closet. But everybody knew he was gay, and I remember he started talking to me. I started talking to him as a friend. As one guy of the church. But I remember one time, one guy, he said to me, "Why are you talking to him so much? Do you know he's gay?" I was like, "No, but I don't care."
Yeah.
That's my business.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like him as a man because I don't feel attracted to men. But he talks to me and he's cool to me and he invite me or whatever. I'm fine with that because who am I to use him? What? Because I always think the others about myself. What if I like guys? Or I like somebody else to say to other people like, don't talk to him because he's gay. I won't love that. So for me, like, I will treat you the way I want to be treated. Even if you don't treat me right, I will treat you right because I will show you another thing as you.
Yeah.
Because some people say like, the way you treat me, I will treat you. Like for me, it's different.
No.
Even if you treat me bad, I will treat you good.
That's my philosophy.
Because when people say,
It's like I've been in abusive relationships and it didn't cause me to become abusive. It caused me to be more compassionate because I'm like, this person obviously has gone through a lot of shit and I've tried to understand that they're abusive, but they're afraid or whatever, and I try to treat them better. I mean, it's difficult if you're in a bad
I'm not saying
situation.
it's
Yeah,
easy,
not
man. It's difficult.
But
But
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
over the years, you're becoming like more. Not see yourself as a victim, you know, but try to see the other people like maybe they're suffering from some other stuff, or you know, depressions, or you know, anxiety, or you know, lack of money or whatever. That's why sometimes people act like mean to you.
Yeah.
Not because they're evil, because sometimes they that's the way of expression. You're like, oh, I'm a strong man. I don't. But at the same time, they need help. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
That,
They're
for me,
suffering.
like just try to respect each other. Try to love each other. Not love in the way like, I mean, I love you. Because you know sometimes when you're married or whatever, they can say to you, I love you, I love you, I love you, and they can cheat on you on the back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that kind of love. You know, like the kind of love that I respect whatever you're doing, as long as you don't doing anything wrong. That's okay for me. I will respect you and I will love you as a person.
Well, we've had a long conversation.
Yeah.
We're at how many hours in this thing? An hour or something. The Facebook feed or the this feed died out because gotta share it. Okay, share it, add it. Anyway, this one hasn't run out yet. Is it still red? It ran out. Our disc got lit. So we only one we got this Facebook that's full. We have someone giving us a high five. We're gonna end this podcast. Thank you, Ayako. Thank you, Thomas. Let's see who else commented on here. There's a lot of comments. Guillermo Tim. Who else? Hi, Linda. Cupkey. Oh, wow. I haven't heard from you guys in a long time. Thomas Emery. Joe Watanabe. Joe Watanabe was my... He taught me how to teach super math in Japan. He's teaching super math up in the Bay Area right now. Thomas Emery is a singer-songwriter I met through a contest. We got... Yes, a lot of questions. I'm not going to read all through these. We have Therese Marraquin. I don't remember who that is, but anyway, they were out listening and watching. Thomas has a lot of cool shit. I'm not going to read them all. We had Takeo Kayaba, which is in Japan probably. Who else did we have? Wow, this guy did a lot of messages.
Oh man, too bad we didn't get to answer.
I
his
know. In the
questions.
future, I'm gonna have like a person who's taking
Dedicated
down
to
notes.
that, yeah.
Maybe
Oh, which is,
sometime-
by the way, I'm looking for a person that would help me with this show, an internship, whatever, paid internship. We had another girl that was gonna come tonight who was possibly gonna be helping me run the show. I don't think she's as much interested as she was when she first said it because she's not showing up tonight. She's Jennifer. Oh my God, Jennifer Montal. Oh my God, Montalbano. Oh, we were just talking about mushrooms. We have mushrooms. Maybe you're gonna be one of the ones that joins us in the mushroom. I've been wondering where you've been. Please get a hold of me through instant message. Okay, who else was on here? Tom Dodd. Wow. Okay, that's all. Okay, thank you guys so much. Say bye to the whole everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
everyone.
Say bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're gonna see you next time. See you later. Wow, let's see how long we went.
It's hot.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
we're
you guys so
hot.
much. We had a really good show. For just
Yeah.
being totally off the cuff. That was
So
great.
Yeah.
hot.
What's supposed to be comedy?
I know.
Well,
We
it doesn't
talked about
happen.
everything you're not
It
supposed
di-
to talk about. Religion.
No,
Politics.
It's just to be comedy to start, but it's good to be deep. I'd rather be deep.
But you
than-
say you're agnostic, right?
Yeah.
You know, agnostic in Latin means ignorance, and that's
No,
a
it
good thing
means
because
that
we
I don't know.
we don't know certain things, you know.
Yeah. And I acknowledge that I don't know everything.
Yeah,
The more
that's
you know.
that's the key, you know,
Yeah.
to acknowledge that you don't have the answers,
Exactly.
and you're looking for the answers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're seeking for them.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys, you gotta try. She spent hours making these. You guys gotta try.
Sure.
Okay, you gotta smoke a little pot if you gotta try it, but you gotta try some of these.
Oh,
She
yes.
spent hours making these.
Sí.
They're very delicious.
Do I need a... But pass me that thing.
Napkin? Oh, I can get you a plate.
Susana,
Give me a plate.
you see how strong it is? 94%.
See?
Yeah.
So this is ran out of
The sharks
charge.
really-
I know it's still recording.
Oh.
I thought you said it wasn't recording. 1 hour and 19 minutes. Okay, we did an hour. See you guys later. Bye bye.